Hey guys, my name is Embor, and welcome to another reaction video. This one is called Killer is Fine and Fun to Play, and Matthew Coat. And so this apparently is about, you see, like what I was talking about earlier, like this month in my live streams. I was talking about how the survivors are so unbelievably OP, and I just watched like a few minutes of this, and this clearly, yeah, you gotta watch this video to see for yourself. And if because like this video speaks the damn truth that survivors are just way too overpowered, way too broken, and this video I really think you guys should take a look at.
Another question: playing killers was fun a long time ago, but now it's only stressful.
Yep.
That's an opinion, a valid opinion.
Opinion.
I used to love playing as a killer. Win or lose, it was fun, but currently, no matter what, it's just filled with stress and anger. Killers aren't feared anymore.
See what I mean? It's true. It's like, I mean, I do love the game, and I am like impressed with the developers' like work, but they need to fix the problems.
I don't know what to say for this part.
They're talking about, like, you know, how good of a player that you would be, or how bad you would be. Yeah. And, you know, since you're the developer, and, you know, he was saying, oh, it looks like you would be pretty good since you're the developer. But him, was saying that if you were a very skillful, high-tier player, the balance would be a little better. That's what he said.
The balance would be a little better?
That's what he said. That's what he said. So he wants to see how well you play.
No, but the thing is, the good thing is I'm not responsible for the balance. The designers are super good, and they're the ones doing it.
Oh, now he's getting a taste of his own medicine.
I know that guy is just gonna be trouble. The Dwight that was just. 이게 진짜
방금 그 놀린 분이 딱 개발자가 보고 저 사람은 잘해서 우선 내비둔다. 오히려 냉정하시네.
So I think this takes. Oh yeah, this takes back about 3 months ago. For some reason. So it takes back to like December, I assume.
발전기를 다 켜버리니까
살인마들이 잡히가.
엄청 지금 안 닿았죠?
꼬였어요.
그렇죠.
진짜 꼬였어요.
Wait, doesn't that? I hope that kind of palette doesn't exist anymore. Those are the times of the like really overpowered flashlights. I mean, those aren't in the PS4 version, but they still are in the PC, which is kind of freaking ridiculous. That's. Say one of the devs is playing Dead by Daylight, and like. Yeah, that did not go well, developer. You see, when he says he doesn't feel good, he's obviously enraged. Fuck that. Oh, come on, not again. Flashlights! You gotta be kidding me. Ah. Why so mean? See what this is what I proved before. Survivors are the real monsters here. My god. Oh my god. Oh, that is so. I really hate that. It's so retarded.
it. This is the Asian server. Asian level play of Dead by Daylight. New killer.
So that's an opinion.
It's not an opinion.
To see the actual developer play the game, and she was talking about how now you felt how the killers feel when a team of three, a team of four go up against you with flashlights and they just play around with you. So I knew that already. Yeah, I knew that.
You knew that.
So she was talking about why not, and all three of them were saying about they're talking about how why not upgrade the killers a little bit if you felt what the pain was as being alone in the woods as a killer by yourself, being team.
I mean, there are some exceptions. In this case, yes. The flashlights are extremely powerful.
Yep.
Extremely powerful.
So, fix an issue that made it impossible to rescue or die and survive with the pallet/flashlight save while being picked up or dropped mid-animation. Now the pickup/drop animation will play fully, followed by the flashlight/pallet stop. Okay, are you fucking kidding me? On the 15th of February.
Either way, the flashlight's the biggest problem. Because now you could blind the killer at any time during the pickup, and he will drop the survivor.
Wow.
There's no skill. It's once you get the confirmed blind, you can run, and he will drop the survivor. You don't even have to be there to witness it. It's the silliest shit I've ever seen. And now you'll see survivors running flashlights all the time. It's driving me nuts. I actually have to run Franklin's demise to keep these flashlights from becoming a problem. Our only thing as killer that we can do is look at a wall. And we've already had to do that, but walls are not always possible, especially if survivors openly die in the center of the field, especially on rotten fields or something. There's nothing you could do to stop that. This is so ridiculous, but what makes this worse is this isn't a bug as part of patch notes. This is intended as balance.
It's not
This isn't balance.
Yeah, that's not.
What the fuck are they thinking? Let's see. Lightborn.
Yeah, just use Lightborn.
There you have it. You don't need the timing anymore.
Sure.
The animation, the pickup animation runs out, and then you get stunned.
Let's talk about the nerf to nurse. They fixed an issue, and remember, this is their writing. They fixed an issue that prevented the nurse from being stunned by the pallet during her blink.
What?
If the pallet is pulled on the nurse, she will get stunned after her blink is complete. What this means is now those times when you threw down a pallet and nurse was in the middle of blink, you wouldn't stun her. But now, she'll blink, she'll sit there, you'll stun her, and she'll still go through her whole blink phase, and then she'll fatigue, get up, and then get stunned.
Oh my
The amount
god.
of additional time on that is absolutely ridiculous. And to nerf the nurse so hard that her only benefit of ignoring pallets is now a massive crutch against her, I don't know what the developers were even thinking.
Neither do
She's
I.
too slow, therefore she gets looped, therefore she has to teleport, which is already kind of hard to do. And now you've made it that a pallet is legitimately one of the safest ways to punish a nurse.
By the stun time, you can still judge. Yeah, this is exactly what
Oh
I
my
meant, by the
god.
way.
That's
We might
horrible.
as well go back to the blood wipe and fatigue for every hit you make. I mean, that would also balance the nurse, am I right?
Watch out for pallets, yeah, I know they ruined it. I got pallet stunned through a rock that was next to a pallet. Yeah, the pallet, if you could see the pallet hitbox, it'd be like this massive fucking circle around it. It's definitely not on the pallet. They don't want it on the pallet though, they want it to be a big hitbox.
Wow. You serious?
Are you fucking kidding me with that?
Wow. Like, you know what? I like.
So, if you guys knew that you had to time your flashlight blind and your pallet stun properly in order to get the killer to drop the survivor, he's in the... It doesn't matter in what part of the animation, it will drop the survivor. But what it will do is it...
Don't fucking.
Always having fun.
Oh my god.
I'm not sure if they actually get them. I haven't tried that one. That would be interesting.
That's what I was thinking about as well.
Where's
It's over
my-
there teabagging. Oh, you're amazing, man, yeah. Get your glory on stream. This is a stream cipher.
There we go, Ace. Well done, you. Hope you're proud of yourself.
The dev.
Hey, are we going to the basement?
Decisive, of course.
Oh, fuck bucket. Really?
Why is he looking straight down? Alright, let's see. Let's see. This Dwight had decisive, probably sprint burst, and that's how he made it all the way to the gate. Right? Yep, he made it. He made it.
Oh, he's gonna make it.
Yep.
In all honesty, this makes me lose a lot of faith in the developers of Dead by Daylight, because if they don't even understand how they are destroying what small balance we do have, life is hard as a killer as is.
Hey
Yep.
everybody, my name's Bricky. I want to die.
Hey, Bricky.
This is a lunar event that I have not played a single match
I remember
of
Bricky
during
Orchard.
the entire lunar
I
event
watch him.
because it was completely, absolutely broken and busted, and people were being dropped as the killer by throwing a pallet on them before they even finished picking them up. The flashlights were overpowered. Everything was ruined. The entire game was broken. The entire game was broken because QA is hard. But at the moment, I thought, why not just absolutely make me want to hate myself to the highest extent possible. So I thought, Freddy. Because Freddy Krueger has not had a very good run in Dead by Daylight. No,
What?
he has not. He has had he's a very sad boy. He tips his fedora at Claudette, and Claudette just kind of gives him the finger, teabags him behind a pallet, and then sprint bursts away, because that's the way Dead by Daylight works. But I felt like playing a little bit of Freddy. I don't know why. I really don't know why I wanted to play Freddy. I don't know why anyone would ever want to play Freddy unless you just like Freddy.
Freddy's good.
I honestly don't know, but I felt like it, so we're going to play some Freddy.
Yo, dude, Freddy's pretty good.
Got him. And he needs to be a faster uncloak. Dude, I just lost 3 gens. To 1 hook. And I'm about to get DS'd.
Wow. It's a tier. Oh no, he has enduring, but.
Why do I play other killers than Billy the Nurse?
Okay, oh, that's like why most of the time people kind of play Billy and Nurse, because of like these specific reasons. Because Billy can one-shot people just by sprinting at them, and the Nurse can blink to people. However, when you have any other killer, it kind of has struggles. Well, at least in the PC. At least in the PC version.
I'm very optimistic, but I think the devs have kind of messed up the game for now. But we'll see. I'll be able to tell you. Well, we got an object of a session with teabags. Yeah, it's awesome. I understand that survivors are really toxic in this game.
Yeah.
Teabaggy, decisive with flashlight. Yeah, just an ego survivor. The devs do it. You can't blame that guy for having a massive head. He don't understand
What
the devs are doing.
Critical, I have not.
Well, at least I didn't
Need
hit
to
though.
drop these D strikes immediately.
They probably all. Yeah, obviously the Obsession has D-Strike. He's just gonna wait. Of course.
Let's see here. Will I have to eat through 4 D strikes?
No, he is? Are you kidding me? Eat through 4 of them? Wow.
They've had 3 this game.
There's about to be a 4th one. Oh my god. Okay, you know what? Here's my opinion. My opinion for Decisive Strike, maybe it can only be a perk. Like it can only be given to the Obsession. So like if you go in, like here's how I'm gonna explain it. Say that 4 survivors have Decisive Strike. Well, only one of them is actually gonna be able to have it. The other 4, the other 3 are not gonna have Decisive Strike at all, which means they're not gonna be able to wiggle and then use it. They don't get it at all. Only the Obsession is gonna get Decisive Strike. That should be like the rule. That kind of makes it so, like, if you want, you better hope that you get Decisive Strike then if you really are going to commit to it. Like, that's, just by looking at this, if 4 can get Decisive Strike, and how many gens has he done? How many gens are done? Every one of them.
Wow.
Okay, well, how many Jennies did they do is the question. I want to know how many Jennies they did during that entire session.
Devs do it. You can't blame that guy for having a massive head. He don't understand what the devs are doing.
Critical, I have not. We need to drop.
You can get rid of their Decisive Strikes early. I'm surprised they haven't blasted through them. They get Hexer and destroyed really quickly. That 4 decisive strikes is kind of OP.
Ace has made his way past the totem. Not touch
Oh,
my
yeah.
totem. Got no. Out of my way. Okay, well my totem's dead.
Yeah, I really hate that too.
One of the reasons why Freddy is not a very good killer.
What? Well,
And there they go. They're running.
you're kind of using them wrong. You don't try to lunge someone that far away
Ace,
when they're at the pallet.
Oh, come on. Fucking whatever. There's no, like, actual whack hit sound. Oh, damn. Sorry, Ace. But,
As well.
Ace, what are you doing?
And like, since they really can't see Freddy very well at first.
What are you doing? I see you teabagging over there. I see you. I see what you want. You want me to go to that pallet. I see through the lies of the Jedi. Oh my goodness gracious, there are so many. I thought there were going to be only a few pallets. There are so many more than just a few pallets on this map. I'm a big fan. I love the Goonies.
Huh?
Fucking sacked by a Freddy, time to hand in my gamer card.
What?
Dude, I loved you in Ice Age.
Wait, are you kidding me? Wait, oh, he got the 4-man?
Thank you.
Dang.
I enjoyed playing the Sloth.
Oh, okay, I see. The survivors are complaining that they lost. They're saying that Freddy's too overpowered. He is not overpowered. Like, let me explain. From what I know about playing Freddy, is that when you put a survivor to sleep, there's that time where you have to chase them, and then you get a certain amount of time before you can hit them. And that kind of gives them a chance to do a few things. 1, wake themselves up. 2, unhook somebody without, like there's no need to camp with Freddy. And, like, 3, they get like an extra amount of time to, like, if he's like right behind you, the survivor gets time to jump through a window, throw down a pallet, vault over a pallet, possibly get through the exit gate, pop a Jenny, blow a Jenny, get woken up in time, like I said, right before even Freddy gets the chance to even hit them. So seeing a 4-man with Freddy is kind of impressive because Freddy is Freddy is a good killer, and like. But you see, Survivor can't complain about Freddy when those variables are intact. Like, there's time to wake up. And you can't say that he's too OP. Like, I know Freddy, and, like, I struggle with him sometimes. But I do manage to get enough kills and do really well. Because of but mostly the variables are kind of like what kind of makes it hard to play as Freddy. It's hard to play a killer more than it is to play a survivor. Yeah, like, once again, survivors are able to counter-attack Freddy because they have time to vault and all that. They have time to vault, throw down pallets, wake up, and you can't say Freddy's OP when you have time to save yourself from that. And seeing survivors complain about Freddy slugging them right now, that's unbelievable because that is just so childish to really think that Freddy is too overpowered. He's not. Survivors have a chance against a Freddy.
They said I was the perfect fit mentally.
Perfect fit mentally.
Gee. Oh wow, they had a lot of stuff. God damn.
They're so salty about it too. Are you kidding me?
Oh well, good enough. I got a 4-man as Freddy. Freddy obviously overpowered, best character in the game.
He's not overpowered, but he is really good.
Never doubt him. Best character. No one better than Freddy. Fantastic. Best game. 10 out of 10. Alright. Well, with that being said and done, I played my one and probably only game for the Lunar event currently. Not a personal fan of this event. Not a huge fan of it. Allows you to take on the role of the Doctor. Thank you, game. The Doctor Splinter. I never got a chance to play as him before. I appreciate the assistance.
Oh my
Even if
god.
the killer brings his best add-ons, a survivor's best add-ons and items are superior.
Yeah.
And so because of this, it has been a thing for killers such as myself to put up a lot of complaints that maybe killers are just a bit too weak. In fact, they are so weak there's a literal limit to how good a killer can be, and that they rely on the skill of the survivor to be lower in order to capitalize on the weakness and then dampen their entire team and chances of powering the gate optimally. If killers don't play optimal hillbilly or nurse, then they are literally asking for the chances to be put against them.
Yeah, unless you play well, then again, if you're like a really good hillbilly and nurse, you have a chance. But however, other than that,
this is like ridiculous hard.
I can understand his like.
This game's on another level when you verse good survivors as a killer.
Yeah.
As the Meg.
Like, the thing about this one is, like, you can't really call... I'm pretty sure he's gonna be called a camper after this, but you can't call him a camper when you're always, like, nearby the person on the hook. And, wow. How?
Pretty good job so far.
Why
No.
did it go there? Game. You see that bloody teleport? Insta-heal as well.
Wow.
This is probably a stream start, guys. More than likely. Well, possibly a stream start survivor friends. It definitely don't feel like a normal game. Or it could just be like a survivor friends.
Yeah, possibly a survival friends, always. Why wouldn't it be? What?
Oh yeah, they don't let you do that, do they?
That's stupid.
For some reason. You would face camp. Not really face camp, but like, I mean, what else can I do in this situation? They're all around me.
I mean, I understand what he means here. But, like, it's like, they're always around him, so he really can't leave unless he has somebody to chase and knows that nobody's nearby. But he knows that they're nearby, and that's why he's not leaving. That's why people can't...
Back through there again.
That's kind of a reason why there's campers, because you don't leave. If you just like, don't get him straight off the bat, he'll leave. Since he has...
Stay far enough away.
Yeah, he knows they're around enough, and they're only staying far enough away.
Oh, she has done.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I would kind of say go and chase, just cuz. Because right now, since you're so occupied on the hook...
That's what I mean when I say dead hard allows you to mess up.
They're gonna get the Jenny done, because you're, like, spending too much time around her. I mean, yeah, you know that they're nearby, but you have to kind of, like, just chase somebody. Just chase somebody. Anybody. As long as you get them, do it.
She got the fast vault.
I gotta remember though, when I'm playing Survivor, I gotta, like, think real hard about what's going on. I think this is one of the reasons... Wow, adrenaline.
Adrenaline, you see this stuff? This is crazy. Into adrenaline. She's probably got insta-heal as well. Oh, she's got borrowed as well, holy crap.
Borrowed time.
And another insta-heal? How many insta-heals are that? What is this? What's that? Is that 2 insta-heals? 2 insta-heals and adrenaline?
Mm-hmm. Another one.
3 insta-heals?
And
they know I've got no idea. This is a stream side. At least, I mean, like, this shows how broken survivors can be. But, like, nothing gets done. Like, how is this fine? Look at this stuff. This is fucking mental. Is this skill? I don't think this is skill. I think we should be able to get the thing, though. We should be able to get the Blood Warden. Has she got an insta-heal? To our friend's sniper team,
yeah, Blood Warden's a pretty good perk,
but how ridiculous this looks. And still the devs won't do anything.
Blood Warden's, like, very
just keep balancing for rank 20s over and over again.
It's like very...
I can maybe get this girl as well.
It's like very situational. Like, Blood Warden...
Blood Warden's gonna be up now.
Yeah, but Bloodborne's very, like, situational, because, like, the moment they know that Bloodborne's there, they can just walk away and wait for the doors to be open. They'll make sure that you don't find them. They're not gonna stick around the door when they know Bloodwarden's active. Like, yeah, it's a good perk when it's utilized properly. It's more of a perk that you use when no one escapes death. But if you're gonna like get them at the door, like if you're planning to,
they'll keep doing it, Ivan. They're getting rid of bloodlust.
if you're planning to get them at the door, then Bloodwarden's a really good perk to keep them all here.
Worse over and over again until people start saying that's just fine.
Oh, and Bloodborne's down.
These guys will probably have a massive ego as well. Probably put out a highlight video because survivors are so hard to play and it's really hard game.
Hold up, let's see here. True, I like that canvas wasn't necessary. Well, they all had instinct. Hold up. Go back a second. They all had. Hold up, they had all insta heals, and I'm pretty sure they all had adrenaline as well. But like. Now I see it better now. Yeah, well, I obviously knew this before, but you can see that the killers are a little too weak because the survivors are too good. Okay, let's see what we got here. You had to wait a moment for him to show us the perks and things that they brought. GG, true, I like you, but the tunnel in camp was a mystery. Well, that kind of... Well... it was unnecessary to tunnel in camp, but, well, tunnel is an impossible thing not to do. You kind of have to do it if you want to get someone dead. Now, let's see what they had here. We had borrowed time, self-care, dead hard, and adrenaline. Let's see, more borrowed time, decisive, self-care, sprint burst. So we had 3 adrenalines in play. Of course everyone would bring self-care. All of them... 3 of them had sprint burst, 1 of them dead hard. And then all 4 of them had borrowed time. And also they brought in Murky Regent, the key for the Auto Haven, and then they also brought in 4 insta-heal medkits. Wow. Okay, so yeah, from a killer's perspective, I guess their camp can be a little bit understandable. If they know that there's someone nearby, then they're gonna stick around. It's like, if they have barbecue and chili and they see like no survivors out in the distance, they know that they're all here and that they're gonna get him off the hook. So he sticks around trying to find them. So yeah, so nowadays campers are just kind of like that. Kind of, not all the time. They're not always like that. Some of them kind of like camp just because they really want to kill you so badly. And I guess I can't blame them.
Trying to piss me off.
And it's very frustrating when you get an organized group playing against you like this. And these are tweaks that are gonna happen. I mean, I'm not gonna promise anything right now because I get in trouble when I do that. But yeah, definitely we want to make sure that both sides are always having fun, but some combinations are going to be
yeah, OP flashlight.
much more powerful than others.
Okay, reverted the pallet and flashlight stun changes when picking up a down survivor. Okay, so now you can pick up survivor up, and you get to play through the full animation. Reverted the pallet stun on a blanking nurse. This change is planned to be brought back when other issues related to pallets are fixed. What? Hold up.
Do you honestly think you're fucking funny?
They reverted the pallet stuns and the flashlight stuns from picking up a survivor as a killer. That part's fantastic. They also reverted the pallet stun on the blinking nurse. But the worst part that they said here was that this change is planned to be brought back when other issues related to pallets are fixed.
What?
This is pulling an EA. This is horrible. Why would you bring something back that obviously angered a ton of us? A whole bunch of other things have gone whack, apparently. Killers are complaining about not being able to hear things, the noise on the attack is messed up.
When will you fix all the audio issues in the game, especially those related to killer gameplay? Well, it's your favorite kind of question.
Well, there's
We're working on the sound issues, like you
We're
mentioned. We
working
know
on the
them.
sound issue, that's sure, because it's in the core of the gameplay. But right now, we had to choose between the new bug on the sound side is on the hit, right, and some
Yeah.
skill checks at some point. We had issues with the heartbeats before,
Yeah.
so we had to fix that first, then introduce a new issue, which is less of a priority, but still a very high priority.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
sound is very important in
That
the
is-
game. This was not something that, I mean, I can't say more than that because we're working on the fix for that right now.
That's not technically that's not a valid question.
What?
When will you fix all the audio issues in the game? Because there's always going to be an audio issue in the game.
It's gonna come for a little fix for each specific thing. We had a lot of people sending us examples of when the sounds don't work,
And
so
that's
that
helpful.
helps a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now it's all on the sorry, I was caught by surprise by this question. I don't know why.
It's okay.
What?
We ask the questions that people want to hear answers to.
I see a lot of questions about scratch marks. I know for a fact that Design was looking into it like a week back. So they're looking into having maybe, and this also is not my work, but that's what I heard from the team, a capsule to encapsulate the scratch marks, because right now they don't have, there's no capsule, so they can go anywhere.
All right.
So that's one thing that they found.
Okay.
Some investigations.
Audio issues are low priority, so he did say it's in. It's disgusting.
You could be the best killer in the world, but time itself is against you at every waking second. Even the best killer that plays optimally, the survivors would have to avoid playing optimally in order for the killer to stand even the slightest of chances. Killers are less interactive and more reactive. They can take advantage of mistakes made by survivors, but they cannot really control much ebb and flow. They have some, mind you. Huntress, Hillbilly, and Nurse have higher skill caps for a reason. They have the abilities that do drastically change the game. One-hit chainsaw, blinks that can't be avoided if you're good enough, and Huntress hatchets that, oh my god, when devastating from across the map, scariest thing you'll come across. But that's...
Yeah.
You're not going to get that from Wraith, Doctor, Hag, Trapper, or anyone else, really. Especially not Freddy.
Yeah. Yeah, those ones are kind of like...
Bitches, go!
Wait, hold up. Is this an
No, blinder! Blinder!
Is this an
Beat the crap out of her!
Is this an
You
optimal...
can't stop me!
Well, it's like a P1 nurse, though, so... That's a P1 nurse.
Oh, shit. As it stands now, there are few killers remaining in Dead by Daylight. Queue times are once again at an all-time high, especially at the higher ranks, because nobody likes to play killer. It fails to promise the one thing that asymmetrical games promise to the single powerful unit, the power roll. Survivors are, as of now, both the numerous and power roll, while the killer remains to be an interactive artificial intelligence, with limitations to how skillful that killer can be. I would like to say that this really isn't me being stubborn and not wanting to get better, but this is me realizing that there's a limit to how much better I can be, even if I wanted to break the limit. The mechanics of the game are my limit, and the interactivity that I have is not enough. I, as a killer, do not have the tools to properly make decisions and plays that would otherwise change the game. As I said before, this is not Marvel vs. Capcom. I cannot make the active decision to break your defense. I have to have you make the mistake to break your own defense.
Yep.
There's only so much I can do. And a single mistake by me is far more costly than just following you through that loop. I think it's become important now that Dead by Daylight's in a critical point where survivors are really the only fun side to play while killers suffer. And to be honest, it's affected me. I'm not gonna lie, I've had a pretty shit attitude for a while. People have called me out on it, and I've done my best to get over how frustrating it is as a killer.
Do you have any plans or ideas how you would like to improve the killer experience? Well, I would say maybe try Survivor for a bit.
What?
No, but it's true. I mean, change it up. Maybe you're just tired. You or play something else for a week. Try Civilization or something. It's a very refreshing change. Balance is.
Why the hell would you, as a developer of the game, you're gonna say that you're gonna tell people to stop playing your game? Are you kidding me? Like, why would you say that? Why would you say go play something else? That kind of makes it sound like your game is not fun. Like, let me get like an example. Like, you want to know how a game is fun when the developers want to convince you to keep playing. Like, they want you to play because they want you to have fun. Minecraft is like an excellent example. In like the Minecraft credits, it tells you that that your time in real life is just about as much as your time as playing Minecraft. Like they're both like equal amount of your time. Saying that if you play Minecraft, you're using up a pretty good time playing that game as you would in real life. And here, Dead by Daylight is also can also be fun, but when you say something like that, it makes people get that impression that you're saying maybe you shouldn't play our game if it's really getting this bad on you. The best course of action for the devs to do would be to fix these problems that we are having, because otherwise their game is gonna kind of go down a little bit. By the way he's talking, he's just kind of like, you're tired of it, just stop playing it. And that's kind of like a bad message to say to all the people who play the game.
I shouldn't be saying that. Should I be saying that? It's a good game. Just play that. No, Bjorn is telling me I shouldn't be saying that. Okay.
Yeah, you shouldn't be saying that.
Balance is something that we're constantly discussing.
He's back from vacation, so
I played a lot of Civilization during my holidays. It's a good game. Anyway. So the balancing and making sure that it's fun on both sides is very rarely just aimed like, oh, let's make killers better.
Yeah.
It's rarely that. And technically, I'd say that Bloodlust was probably a little bit that kind of push, but really.
I think there's important points here about the stressful and anger.
Yes.
And just of it.
And it's a rank thing also, I'd say. Because when you're playing under rank 15, let's say, because you don't play that well, and again, rank is a bit of a loaded issue, but.
Okay, let's restart.
If you're playing high-end, it's true that the balance is
if you're competitive, you want to get
super hardcore, yeah.
Yes, there's things that are being looked at to make the life more fun. That's for sure. Some fixes that are needed to basic mechanics in the games that needs fixing.
But you had a very good point also when we talked about that earlier.
Yes, so this was actually for the next question. The next question was about the reward, the community reward, and we've been hearing a lot of.
Hey, it's just for survivors when you get a reward for killers.
So most of our players are playing both sides.
Yeah.
I like to try to see the community as player based and not killer versus survivors all the time.
Yeah.
It's a game that has different ways to play, right? One side is completely different from the other, and I think it's very important to explore both of them in the game. And
we have.
We do make changes.
We have explored both sides.
Of the whole player base.
There you go.
And not specifically killer or survivor mains. Yep.
Well said. Thank you.
And if I gotta go be a survivor, I will. I have no problem doing that. But good luck watching every other killer walk out of this game just like I might. I'm tired and sick of this bullshit. Stop nerfing the fucking killers. It's not a good idea. We already struggle. You can complain and come up with any excuse as to why Survivor's hard, but I guarantee you, Survivor is the easiest role to do, and if you're struggling, I do apologize, but I don't struggle at all, and I bully the shit out of killers. It's hilarious. It's bad. It's bad for the game. The game is completely in the Survivor's favor. That should be a majority vote from the community, and for those of you who are like, oh hell no, it's absolutely for the killers, I would ask that we have a nice chit chat, because I have no idea where you come to that conclusion.
I kind of enjoy all killers, that's why I like this game. But, yeah. There's frustration with what the devs are doing. They're trying to make it as easy as possible for survivors. The thing that I don't like is how the survivors bully the killers as if the survivors is so much harder to play, when in actual fact survivors is a lot easier to play than killers. But it's like more impressive for survivor stuff than killer stuff. Or maybe I'm wrong, but that's the way I feel. I feel like, you know, that's the way it's looked at. It's a very annoying thing. That's one of my main gripes about the game, really, because I like the game itself.
It just feels like the game is shit.
I'd like to start apologizing to the amazing Deadlight community for my comment during the Twitch stream this week. I reacted poorly to a very valid concern with a flippant remark, and that was not appropriate. It's not easy to maneuver through these live shows, to always keep the proper line of communication, and on this occasion, I failed. I preach respect. I need to show a better behavior. What I was trying to express is that I care deeply about the fact that Dead by Daylight should be a pleasant, exciting, and rewarding experience for all players. All of us on the dev team are doing our best to give you a game free of frustration and pain. We will keep at it, and it will continue to get better. I know a lot of us have been playing it intensely for a long time now, and sometimes if playing the game makes you stressed or angry to the extent that you're not enjoying it, it's okay to take a break for a moment, that's all. The whole team here is committed to keeping this game alive for years to come. We strive every single day to improve it and make your experience in it as fun and satisfying as it can be, and we want you to be back again and again for as long as possible. We'll be here working hard to bring you a more solid and healthy game that will be able to support more and more new content that will hopefully blow your minds over and over again. Now, I believe them on this regard, but I kind of wonder how long that's gonna be. I hope it's gonna be like soon.
Have you read the apologies from the devs? Yeah. It was damage control. It wasn't a real one.
Damage control. I'm never playing this stupid fucking game again. Why the hell did a jacket and a mask for a killer? I don't run convince me to pour effort into this crap with all the toxic bullshit. Oh, I see what's going on here. He was talking about the festive. Like, he's kind of like, I'm not gonna, like, play the game just to go get a jacket and a mask. Okay, I see what the thing is happening there. I'm done with this game. I have been pouring my heart into this game and kept going through the pain so many of us playing this game have been forced to deal with. This game used to be fun no matter if I won or got stomped on. Now I feel like I don't want to even start up a game because I know it will be frustrating and it's pained me to no longer want to play this game due to all the bugs, unbalance in the game for both killers and survivors, and toxicity. Yeah, unbalanced, both sides. Mostly, it's really unbalanced, the whole entire game a little bit. I had a last game now where I just wanted to play and relax after a long day at work, and what I got is a SFW, Survive with Friends group, just teabagging and playing like toxic people, exploding bugs. Why is this game still so unbalanced and broken? My fear is that more and more people will stop playing this game due to the neglect from the devs, and just how out of touch they are with both player bases for killers and survivors. I blurred the names out because I don't seek a witch hunt, and this is something that happens to everyone every day. This should be on Wiki how to kill your own game. Don't worry, killers are already playing better games. The game is boring, move on. Does working hard relate to being proud to not work overtime? Yes, we can take a break, but that's not going to change the game. You have the power to change how enjoyable the game is, but you don't know how. Why? Because you're disconnected from your own game. Stream some rank 1 killer games for us. Show us how much fun you're having against Survive with Friends. Show us you actually play your own game. The only solution to all this BS is to uninstall the game and let it die. Well, the issue is that you blew something off like just that one question answer was having that problem. But in reality, that's a problem a lot of people have with playing Killer right now, is that it's extraordinarily more frustrating and stressful than playing as a survivor, or playing another game for that matter. For you to rather push us to alternatives and address the issue that a large part of the community is having is what the real issue is. Instead of a weak statement backed up by absolutely nothing, focus on fixing the game and actually engaging in some decent QA before rolling out patches. And fix problems for both survivors and killers instead of ignoring killers month after month. Read Hunter's hitboxes and scratches. With how things have gone these last few months, it baffles me BHVR released a game anyone could even considering complete. This game has downgraded horribly after the rampant Hollywood DLC content instead of original content or neat innovations gone short. Now the professionals who we see as the stability and structure flip out on those who pay and cherish this already cash grabber game. I'm done personally. Damage control at its finest. I'm all for genuine apologies and forgiveness, but that's just not what's happening here. It's more like, oh no, I was stupid and rude, and now I'm getting backlash for it. Quick, let me pretend I feel bad and hope people forgive me and move on. Fakeness doesn't work for me, and this apology almost bugs me more than before since it feels so disingenuous and fake. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys read through the rest of this. I can't read through all of it. Hold up. I think that wait, hold up. Thank you for the apology, but the biggest problem is that you stated exactly how the killer base feels. Frustrated playing killer. Fuck off. That's what it feels like. The Wraith Cube was a huge disappointment, and he is no better than he was before. I think that a huge problem with the game is that 90% of players are low rank and just cry and scream and don't actually want to get better at the game. That's the whole point of video games, is to get good and enjoy them. Multiple times on days, dev stream actually legit concerns were brought up and they were pushed to the side by a 30-minute Q&A that didn't help anything or fan art. All of that is good, but come on, over 30 minutes for questions that aren't even answered is ridiculous. I've always been a fighter for the dev team. I've supported ideas and changes that in the past the community raged at. I always gave the benefit of the doubt, but today sucked. I believe that guy in every sort of way, that most people are probably low ranks, little kids and whatnot, playing the game for some stupid reason. And so you end up with little kids going to the devs and complaining to them. Don't play nurse, please. How about you actually balance the game fairly? I mean, yeah, it can be pretty frustrating playing killer. The only satisfying thing of killer is when you get that one kill. When you get that one kill at least. That's the only slightest. No, that's actually not even satisfaction. When you at least get that 2 or 3 man in the end of the game. Because, like, when you get one survivor and the rest leave, you're still very stressed. Two dead, you're still pretty stressed. 3, you're kind of calmed down. And 4, you're kind of, like, relieved slightly. Because playing killer is, like, the most stressful thing in the world. And here's what. I might play survivor. I know I play survivor, and you've seen what I've done, too. But that's because, like the other guy said, it's kind of funny. But then I go to killer and I really experience the pain, and so like I go to survivor to have more fun. And as you can see, even I'm saying that survivor is more fun. Like I like playing survivor a lot, but I also want to enjoy playing killer. We strive every single day to improve. Survivors? Yeah, but like even I can have trouble when playing killer. I mean, it's mostly just you have to kind of like outsmart them somehow nowadays. Like it's not like a simple chase and hit. You gotta literally outsmart them because they can outsmart you most of the time. And since there's 4 of them, it does make it a little bit harder. But honestly, without 4 survivors, it kind of makes it hard for them as well, because they kind of need the 4 again with the 5 gens. The 5 gens just makes the game go on for a while, and the 4 survivors makes it so. But they still manage to get it done pretty fast. So either you need to reduce the amount of survivors that go into a game, or you're gonna have to add another generator, add more generators to make it harder to gen rush. What could probably be the best opinion, which could be the best idea, is that you have 4 survivors and 6 generators. Maybe add an extra one, or something along those lines. Because it's not too easy to win as killer. You're like so stressed out, and you need that little hope that survivors screw up. Because if they don't, you lose. And I've seen this. I've experienced it. Like, if I don't get the survivor, if I lose them, and then they run off, it's kind of game over for me. But yeah, you guys can read through these comments. I'm just going to go ahead and be quiet until... I'm just going to go ahead and be quiet. You guys can enjoy the rest of this. How much time is left? About just 6 minutes. Let's see if they're all about comments. If they're all comments, I'll just go ahead and just end it here. Let's go check. We're gonna skip ahead of time to see if this is just comments. Nope, not comments. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and go back a little bit then. Let's go back and let's go ahead and listen to what the devs have to say this time. And there are like a few people siding with them. Any future balancing for killers? Play Survivor. Not even amused. I saw that and I thought, wow, what a dumb choice of words. Stop hating. That won't help. They have done something you liked at some point. Nerfed nurse multiple times, banned me without a reason, lost my friend's save files and made them stop playing. I'm sure maybe I'll enjoy STBAFL about a year plus a few months ago. The devs have shown they can't balance or take constructive feedback. I'm tired of waiting for balance that has no sign of happening. Could buff Freddy a little bit, but...
What are your thoughts on meta perks? Do you believe that meta perks should even exist in the first place in a game like DBD? So any game that has strategy in it has a meta game. It's part of, learning about a game. If there's more than one strategy possible in a game, if there's more than one way to go about doing things, then you're going to get a meta game of what is the best strategy, what are the best combos, and discussions about that. However, I think that one of the things that I'm happy about right now in the state of the game is the fact that there used to be like an ultimate build, and nowadays the range of the perks or the add-ons, the stuff that you use to build your meta is bigger than it was. There are more options. There are there are different opinions on what's the best build, what's the best build.
There's no strategy at all. You literally, this is all you need right here. These 4 perks that just popped up. You don't need strategy for this. You just go in with what's best. Like these are best. Let's see, Saboteur, Adrenaline, Self Care, Sprint Burst. Oh, Decisive Strike. Oh, look at that, borrowed time. No strategy. You just use it. You just use what you need.
There's always going to be
Like
perks that are considered meta in the sense that they are
the meta.
better
Those,
than the others, or they work
Pharmacy. I don't know
better
about
together, and
those. Those are really good
more
perks.
efficient strategy.
I think there was also it was also a way
You
to
see,
say, hey,
when people play a game, they want to take the best loadout, the best possible loadout. They don't think about strategy. It's like if you're playing like in Black Ops 3, when you're playing the game, you don't go for like a loadout that matches with the environment. You go for the best. For like if you want to win, you're obviously going to go and use a shotgun because you know that the shotgun is overpowered. And so that's why you bring the shotgun in the first place, because you know you don't need skill for it. The same thing with these perks. I like them, but it is true. These are the only perks you're ever gonna need in a game. These are the only perks you're ever gonna need. Because all the other ones are completely useless to you. Once you have those perks, you're kind of unstoppable to an extent. If you screw up of your own like mistake, if you make your own mistake, then that's on you. The killer has a chance. But however, if you are so like precise, professional, the killer cannot do anything because of those perks.
shifting the meta. Is that gonna happen too? Well, we'll see.
It's not the same now as it was.
See these perks.
It keeps shifting.
Some things have been there for
Decisive.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, self-care and sprint burst are classic. I don't think decisive strike is going anywhere. For now.
You kidding me?
Okay. Hey, devs.
Yeah, why the fuck did you just say that? Oh, the more comments are rolling in. This guy is just literally dead. He cannot believe what he just heard. He got moried himself, or he got sacrificed. And... oh dear, what the fuck? Okay. This profile is private. Oh, I see. It's the survivor laughing into the decisive strike. He's smiling into it. Like,
The idea that not only after that, but in their dev stream, they made mention that they are going to nerf Bloodlust.
Question 5.
you're kidding me? You're gonna nerf Bloodlust? Out of every... no! Don't! Bloodlust is the only thing that's gonna keep that, like... look, the killers are bad. I mean, they're not bad, but they're, like, nerfed heavily, or quite a bit. And Bloodlust is the only thing that's gonna make it so you can catch up to the survivors who have Sprint Burst, and Decisive, and Adrenaline, and Dead Hard, and Lithe, and all that stuff. That's, like, you need... like, Bloodlust is the only thing you're gonna need left to be able to catch that survivor. Taking away Bloodlust because some little kids who are rank 20 can't get any better are complaining? Are you fucking kidding me?
Will you be adjusting Bloodlust, Brutal Strength, and or Enduring?
Please
now that
fuck.
palettes have been
Please-
reduced again.
please
and
don't
the
fucking
greater
do it.
focus being put on stealth with the emblem system.
We're probably going to go towards reducing acceleration for Bloodlust.
Yes.
Are you kidding me? You're kidding me.
Yes.
So that is in the plans right now. It's not done.
Yeah. So
No.
speed increase
No.
to be slightly
No.
reduced is currently what we have in mind right now.
Please don't
Because
fuck.
there was a palette nerf. But do you guys remember that palette nerf removed one palette from most maps, if none at all?
Wait, hold up. Wait, what do you... wait, oh, this must be the palette. What's going on here?
Palette nerf removed one palette from most maps, if none at all.
Oh, I see. So before, let's see. We have... okay, so I guess this is like a map of where all the pallets are in the Grand Pantry. So you have 4 pallets where that one generator is. Okay, the cursed cabin has 2. One downstairs, one upstairs. You have a pallet there, 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 there. And if you move on, I see no difference. I do not see a single difference in this map. Let me...
Because there was a pallet nerf. But do you guys remember that pallet nerf removed 1 pallet from most maps, if none at all?
Okay, so let's look very carefully at this map, shall we?
Wow.
Okay, so let's see. Only 2 pallets removed.
There was no such thing as a pallet nerf, and now they're already looking to nerf Bloodlust. I'm losing my mind with this. The pallets, everything, they just aren't prioritizing the basic shit that puts this community together. This game's gonna die in the way it's going. If the developers don't even understand their own game and are making decisions that outright upset the balance and just piss us all off because, oh hey, this was a good idea, out of all the fixes they could have made, they made a fix to issues that were never issues. Does that make sense? I mean, maybe it wasn't what they intended. Maybe they do want it this way, but then you're gonna just see a whole bunch of killers wave goodbye.
Yeah, well, you know, that's just like your opinion, man.
Do you still believe in your statement that you have to be so good to do anything resembling a balance? And I stand by that.
What?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible, but you have to be very good to pull off something. I mean, you can do the thing and spin around. Everybody can do that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's a mind game.
What?
First and foremost, you should be one step ahead. Another question.
Okay, oh, that was the end of it, and I accidentally pressed to rewind. Okay, so what they're saying is that... Okay, so let me try to understand what they're saying here. So they're saying that... I do kind of believe in this a little bit. That killers should try to outsmart the survivors, but you have the problem that the survivors are still OP. The game takes no strategy at all, because survivors have those perks that are just too stressful to go up against. Adrenaline, self-care, lithe, dead hard, frickin' ballast landing, and then decisive strike, and then borrowed time. And you still have the problems of killers still struggling, and the survivors are complaining about losing, even though the killers are good enough. They were good the way they were, probably, and now they're just kind of getting nerfed a little bit too much. If they're taking away Bloodlust, oh, that's gonna suck. I mean, I love the game. I know it can get better, but they need to fix these problems. I cannot fathom that these changes are actually happening, and that the survivors are being more favored. Like, I just can't understand that. Like, why? Okay, you know what? That was my reaction to... What's it called again? I kind of forget. Killer is fine and fun to play. A quote by the developer, Matthew Coate. Honestly, I have nothing to say about that. Everything that's just been told, I've already said. I'm just gonna end it here. I might go play Dead by Daylight later, just cause. But anyway, if you gotta go watch this video for yourself to understand what I had to compliment about. But if you liked it, I'll talk to you all later, and see you next time.